Hi, in this video we're going to identify a function from the graph of function by using vertical line test. Means that we want to identify whether a function is defined as a function or not by using the graph. Okay, the test that we're going to use is vertical line test. Alright, so as before that I have put a 3-star here, which is a very important note for you, that you need to know that a function is a special type of relation. Alright, there are 4 types of relation, right? So which is the one-to-one function, one-to-one relation, many-to-one, and one-to-many, and many-to-many relation, right? So there are 4 types of relation. So in the previous video, I have already told you that a function must be a special type of relation. The relation, from the 4 relation, there are 2 relations that define a function, which is a one-to-one function and many-to-one function. Alright, so these 2 relations will define a function because we follow the definition of a function. A function is a special type of relation. Means special type means from the 4 relation, 2 of them is a 2 of the relation is a function where this one where each and every element in the domain, which is object lah, each and every element in the domain has only one image in the range, right? Only have one image in the range. Means that if you have, okay, you have A, B, C, right? You have X, Y, Z. So means that this is a, okay, I draw, this is a relation where define a function. Why? Because each of the every element must be, every element is being mapped into the codomain, and this is your range, right? So means that each of the element you have one object, one image. This object have one image, this object have one image. So means that this is a one-to-one function because each of the object have one image, right? So every element has only one image. Yes, it's a function. So how about if I drawing? Okay, let's look at all right. I can draw that ZC to Y, right? C to Y means that it still follow the definition here, right? Where each and every element, yes, every element of the object in the domain has only one image in the range. Yes, has only one. B and C share the same image, doesn't matter because B has one image, C has one image, which is Y, and A has only one image. Means that every object must only has one image. If they have 2 images, means it is not a function. As simple as that, right? So, or let's say if we have another element D in the object, D in the domain, which is not mapped into any of the image here, alright, or any element in the codomain. So we said that this is also not a function because you must read this one very carefully, as they said that where each and every means this is not every because the D here is not mapped into any of the image here. Alright, so and in the domain has only one image, means each here must only have one image. So okay, never mind, you can go and view the video about talking about what is the relation for one-to-one, many-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. Alright, so by this video we focus on this definition and the vertical line test. Very simple. Okay, look at this. I'm going to use vertical line test. Vertical line test. Vertical means vertical, right? Vertical line test. So I can draw the line. Alright, I draw a vertical line here. I draw a vertical line anywhere. Alright, anywhere. So let's say I put it as y equals to k. Y equals to k. Can be Anywhere. So you see the line, if you move anywhere, they will cut the graph, intersect the graph at most one point. Paling banyak pun satu garis. Okay nak? So if this case happen, means that one object will only have one image. Means that you see for this, let's say if I draw the line here, so means that if I draw the line here, so means that this object have only one image. X refer to object. If we refer to graph, X refer to object and Y refer to image. So the object here has only one image. Alright, has only one image. So therefore, this is a one-to-one relation. Every value of X, then when you hit the graph, you will get exactly only one value of Y there. So this is a one-to-one function. The vertical line, you can write the sentence here, the vertical line test, the vertical line Y equals to K intersect the graph at most, paling banyak, at most one point. At most one point. Therefore, this one, the graph define a function, right? The graph here define a function. So how about this one? Again, okay, this is the first question. Second question, if I draw a line, vertical line, I draw anywhere, I will intersect the graph at most one point, right? If I draw here, intersect one point, I draw a vertical line here, intersect one point, everywhere, you only intersect at one point. So this test, once the line intersect the graph at most one point, we can say that this graph is a function. Right, so this is also a function, and this is also a function, this graph. So you will use the same sentence here. So the vertical line test, right? So we can say that the vertical line, the equation. So this graph here represent define a function. So why? But you look at this one, this one. We actually is a many-to-one function. Many-to-one. Why is it many-to-one? Because maybe -2. Okay, I show you. So, okay, let's look at quadratic, right? So if -2, you will get 4 here, right? Because x squared. -2 squared, you get 4. And at the same time, 2 here, also you getting 4, right? You see, you put 2 square, you're getting 4. You put -2 square, you're getting 4. Means that from two different object, you're getting the same image. This is a many-to-one, right? Two different object, you get one image. But never mind, but this is still a function. Because why? Because it's a relation where each and every element in the domain, right, has only one image. Even though the object is different, 2 and -2, doesn't matter because they have the same image. Different object have the same image, never mind. Because 2 have only one image. -2 also has only one image. So the vertical line, actually this is a more abstract way of seeing the function, whether it's a function or not. But the most easy way is you drawing the vertical line. Then it will be very easy to explain. So how about this one, right? This one. So I draw vertical line here. If I draw vertical line here, this will be, what is this? This one, there are no object. There are no image, right? There are object there are no image. So, but this one, I draw a line here. As I just draw the vertical line test, you can see that This one, if you draw anywhere, they will only intersect the graph 1 point. But this one, you see, once I draw, they already fail at 2 point. So if you continue to draw everywhere here is 2 point, right? As long as one of the value of x that have two different image, then this is not a function. For example, you look at this one. For example, this one is 6. If you have 6, so they have actually two different object. Sorry, for the same object 6, you have two different image, right? This is the object, but when you draw the vertical line, means that the object can have one image here, and the same object have another image. This is a one-to-many. One-to-many. If you have something like this, one-to-many. If you have one-to-many, we say that is a relationship. It's a relation. One-to-many is not a function, right? Why? Because one object has more than one image. The function has only one image in the range. This is very clear, yeah, right? A function must has only one image in the range, right? This is your range. So how to explain this? The vertical line test. The vertical line, the line. Oh, sorry. I should write here to be x equals to k. X equals to k. Vertical line must be x equals to k. This is x equals to k because vertical line, right? So this is also x equals to k. All right? Okay. So let's the line y equals to k intersect the graph. The graph more than 1 points. Therefore, x equals to k. Therefore, the graph or the equation, the graph does not define a function, right? A simple statement here. So means that the line x equals to k intersect the graph more than 1 point, then therefore the graph does not define a function because one to many, right? How about this one, right? How about this one? You see, if you draw a vertical line test, it's already failed. Why? Because it has two intersection points. So very simple. It's the same thing here. So it means that, let's say if I have 1 here, I have two different value of y, right? I have two different value of y. One object have two image. And at the same time, it's also, this is a many-to-many. This is a many-to-many relation, right? Many-to-many relation. Why? Because you see, one object have two image. And at the same time, one image, if you see, I draw, they have two different object. They have two different object. One image have two different object. One object have two different image. Means that many to many. So many to many. So this is not a function. Not a function. We're using the same sentence here. The same conclusion here. The line x equals to k intersect the graph more than 1 point. So therefore the graph does not define a function. So the most important thing, you must understand this statement here. Alright, so please read this statement more than once so that you understand.